Sales are down, inventory is up, but prices are still rising. The latest news headlines regarding the Vancouver real estate market may leave you scratching your head, but here's a problem. One, they're not telling the entire story, and two, they're based on the totals and averages of 17 different cities. Relying on them can be very costly. Now, if you want the inside scoop on what's really going on with the real estate market in the city of Vancouver, I've got you covered. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share information with you that I guarantee you're not going to find in any news report, any news article, or any other generic market report. Hey, what's up guys? Manny Graywell here with Wont Realty. I help my clients successfully navigate through their buying and selling journeys while protecting their best interests and helping them make informed decisions. I'm going to start off by going over sales, inventory levels, and their impact on prices for the condo, townhome, and detached home markets on the east side and the west side of Vancouver. And then as a bonus, I'm going to reveal one of the most favorable neighborhoods for sellers, along with one of the most favorable neighborhoods for buyers based on the latest market conditions. This is the type of information that I only share with my clients and insiders. So if you're looking for value, make sure you watch this entire video so you don't miss anything. Before we dive into the sales, inventory, and pricing stats for the first quarter of 2024, let's quickly revisit a graph for how prices moved in the first quarter of 2023. The reason I'm sharing this graph is because the market conditions to start off this year were very similar to last year. I've already gone into detail about these similarities in my pricing forecast video a couple of months ago, so I won't repeat that here. For those who missed it, I'll leave a link for that video in the description below. In that video, I had also mentioned that prices would rise if conditions remain consistent, and over the first quarter of 2024, that's exactly what's happened. With that being said, let's take a look at the key stats for the first quarter of 2024. In January, 5 of the 6 general markets saw their year-over-year sales rise at a faster rate than their inventory levels. But in February, 3 of the 6 markets started to see their year-over-year inventory levels rise at a faster rate than sales. And finally, in March, 4 out of the 6 markets also saw their inventory levels rise at a faster rate, while another saw its sales drop while inventory remained stable. Most of the news reports talked about how sales are down nearly 5% in March year over year. But as you can see from the stats, only 1 of the 6 general markets was close to that number. 3 of them actually dropped by a larger percentage, while the Vancouver East condos and the Vancouver West townhomes actually saw an increase. One other crucial point that the news reports failed to mention is that although prices did rise in March, the rate at which they've been rising has changed. Let's take a look at the numbers. Although prices moved up between the end of February to the end of March for all 6 general markets, they moved up by a noticeably smaller percentage than they did between January and February. This is due to the inventory starting to grow at a faster rate than sales. If this trend continues, the upward pressure on pricing could also continue to ease. It's definitely a stat that I will be monitoring closely. If you would like to be kept up to date, click on the subscribe button or the follow button. Now remember, the stats that I just shared were for the 6 general markets in the city of Vancouver. Just as there were differences between each of these markets, there will also be differences between the neighborhoods of each of these markets. Speaking of neighborhoods, it's time to share one of the most favorable ones for sellers along with one of the most favorable ones for buyers based on the current market conditions. Starting off with sellers, this neighborhood and property type saw its sales increase by 63% over the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same time last year. It saw its inventory levels drop by 57%, and the sales to active listings ratio average over the first quarter of 2024 is a whopping 96%, indicative of an extremely hot seller's market. One of the best opportunities for selling right now in the city of Vancouver is for those who own a condo in the neighborhood of Fraser. Moving on to buyers, this neighborhood and property type saw its sales drop by 50% over the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same time last year. The inventory has now more than doubled, and the average sales to active listings ratio over the first quarter of 2024 is incredibly low at 6%, indicative of a very cold market that is extremely favorable to buyers. One of the best buying opportunities in the city of Vancouver right now is for those who are looking for a townhome in the South Granville neighborhood. These are just a couple of opportunities that are currently available. If you would like to get access to all of the opportunities for buyers or sellers, click on the link below, or if you prefer, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me. I promise you that I'll provide you with an informative, pressure-free conversation. Thanks for watching and have a great day.